Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Lou up in his spot getting ready to start the day. The early bird catches the worm and all of that. Comes out his bedroom with the shirling on, steps into the living room. Goddamn B-Rilla got that joint lit up. Goddamn soda cans was tipped over. Why the food and drink containers got to be tipped over though, In your damn house. Who do that? Like you sitting there eating your food, drinking your soda cans, then you just tip the shit over, Eat the Chinese food out the container, then knock the goddamn container over. Like, where the they do that at? The tip over is crazy. Goddamn diet soda cans was on the kitchen ledge, crunched up. The goddamn soda can was crunched. That's some shit you do when you outside. This mofo B-Rilla had that goddamn living room ablaze. Looked like it reeked off that goddamn crab rangoon again, Goddamn Funyun bags was a miss. This mofo had to be high. Chips bags was pressed flat and shit, Some shit you do when you high. This mofo had like 6 sodas. Looked like this mofo ordered a hint of goddamn Kung Pao chicken. Y'all see that little ass carton of Kung Pao? That wasn't even a side. That was like a hint of white rice. Like Rilla placed the order like, I want a small Kung Pao chicken with a hint of white rice. Not a pint, not a quart, a hint, okay? And 5 goddamn sodas. We thirsty up in this bitch. Lulu living room was on a goddamn slippery slope and shit. In that minute, that was on the precipice of another damn relapse. He crashed up on the couch, B-Rilla. Lou wake his ass up like, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the up out of here. Rilla tell Lou he ain't got nowhere to go and no money to get there. Lou like, well, I ain't trying to have a new roommate no time soon, so we gonna have to talk to Lowell and get this little situation figured out. And they go down to Low Street Records and have that conversation. It didn't go so great initially, Rilla got heated about his lint-filled pockets and slave labor contract. Says he was in jail because even with the deal he had initially, putting that work in at the label and all of that, he still ain't have enough bread to feed his family, which is the real part of the record business. But I'm like, what family? Mofo, you on Lou couch. Where your goddamn family at now? And Lowell felt like we done paid for this cat's legal fees to get out of prison plus some. So he ain't feeling putting any more money into B-Rilla until he sees some B-Skrilla. Clearly you can see the dilemma here, which they end up solving by giving B-Rilla that old recoupable advance, Gave B-Rilla a little loan to pay for a place to stay, keep him afloat and all, Before it's all over, Lowell give Rilla a little Jewish U.S. history lesson, Got a little tired of Rilla's remarks about him being a Jew. And in the end, Lowell appreciated Rilla calming down for a minute to let him speak, to listen to what he had to say. And Rilla appreciated the advance, so they both walked away winners in a sense. Both feeling like they had been listened to and heard. And at some point, Lou leaves up out of there, makes his way to his support group, with Rock as a part of his rehab after activities. Gets up and speaks his truth about his experience in the Happy Acres, the lucky farms. Talks about how he connected with himself, and he truly wants to do better. Look like Lou on that positive path. Him and Rock get a little rap afterwards, and they peace up out of there. Then he go home and get a little rap and grub with what looks like his new permanent roommate, B-Rilla.